Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mimi and this is Mimi React. On this channel, I react to pop culture news, TV shows, and all the things. So we're gonna get right into today's video, but I just wanna let y'all know, as usual, my AC in this office is extremely loud, so I cannot really have it on while I'm recording. So as y'all can see, I am sweating. So I'm actually using that's why the door is open. I have to say this every video in case we have new viewers on this channel. So that is why the door is open, because I'm using some of the air from the living room. So that is why the door is open. And if you guys hear any noise in the background, please excuse me. But we should be fine. So let's get right into today's video. I have few topics, few things that I wanted to talk about. But the first topic is Monique. I'm sure we all saw this going viral in the Christian community. Man, oh man, I've watched some reaction videos, few of them, where people are giving like their mixed reaction on
Christian?
No.
You're not a Christian? Do you believe in God?
I believe in the universe.
How about God?
You call it God, I call it the universe. The love I have for the universe allows me to love everybody with no judgment whatsoever. Whatever you do, however you do it. So I don't play in groups. I belong to the group called love, and I believe in the universe.
So when you say universe, are you saying the universe is God?
Right. Yes, that's you call it God. I say the universe. Especially in our community, God got a lot of restrictions. God got a lot of rules. God jealous. God be mad as shit, Jesse. God gonna punish you and send you to hell. I don't want to fool with him. God costs 10% of my money. Well, wait a minute.
pretty much she says she believe in the universe. She doesn't really believe in God, and she lived by loving people for who they are and things like that. And Christians got upset, and I'm just like, woo. I understand, because I'm a Christian. I'm a woman of faith. I believe in the Bible. You know, I die to my flesh every day and do all the things, right? But we also have to, like, instead of people judging her, I feel like they should try to see first where she's coming from, because Monique is not a teenager, right? This woman has lived long. I'm sure the way she responded to that question when the guy asked her in the interview if she believes in God, I'm sure that answer was probably coming from a place of hurt, because it sounded like she didn't really like get into it, but she sounded like she probably have some things against Christians or against the church, or like, you know, just from maybe her experience. That's what I'm not saying this is fact. I'm just saying this is what I'm assuming that, you know, maybe that's why she, or I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Monique, so I don't know. I've never watched like interviews in the past like that. So I don't know if she ever claimed to be a Christian or ever claimed to follow God, or I don't know. I wasn't surprised, right? I wasn't surprised, and I just think as Christians, we just have to learn how to learn how to accept people for who they are. And if we are going to win souls, or if we're going to preach to Monique, I think we have to do a better job than making all these videos. And like the videos that I saw, people were pretty much bashing her. I saw one, a guy was talking about her marriage, how she's in an open marriage, how it was a whole lot, you know. While that might not be a cup of tea as a Christian, I still feel like we should watch the way we criticize people on the internet. You know, that's why even on my channel here, you would never hear me call people out of their name. You will never hear me curse. I don't curse in my regular everyday life, so I'm not gonna come on here and curse for you guys so things can sound funny. That's just not who I am. And I would not want to watch a video where somebody is tearing me down, calling me names, calling me out of my name, and want to talk to that person if I ever see that person in real life, right? I come here and I do these videos, give my reaction to them, but I never call people out of their names. I'm always professional with my opinions, and I'm always trying to see things on both ends when I address these situations a lot of the times. So, but this is how I feel about it. I kind of understand where she's coming from when she said she believes in loving people. And she believes that's the greatest, I guess, greatest thing that a person can do on earth, or things like that, something along those lines. Those are not the exact word that she used, but I believe that. I believe, this is just my opinion, I think the reason why she said that is because she saw a lack of love, especially in the Christian space. Like a lot of Christians, these Christian influencers, these pastors, prophets, or whatever, like a lot of times there's lack of love in their delivery, even when they're rebuking people. Even these content creators, these Christian content creators, there's no love in their rebuke when they're rebuking other people. So I think that's where she's probably coming from. And I think even in the Bible, like Jesus said it, like the greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? So I think in that aspect, I kind of understand where she's coming with that, but I still think everybody, right, should believe in God. Now, I'm not gonna like shove, like if I was to ever meet Monique, I'm not gonna like shove the gospel down her throat. I'm just gonna not even preach to her. I'm just gonna like let her see Christ in me. And I think that's the greatest way to minister to other people. Instead of coming to them with scriptures, instead of coming to them like pointing out things that they're not doing in their life, I think the best way to do is just, first, you can probably tell your testimony, right? A time that you were in the darkest place and God brought you out of that situation. And then from there, they can see like how you live your own personal life. Because that's how I live in my everyday life. Like I let people see Christ through me. I don't ever go to people and say, oh, what you're doing is a sin and you go rotting in hell, because I was never perfect, and I'm still not perfect in my everyday life as a Christian. So I do understand where she's coming from, but I think as a body of Christ, I think people just need to pray for Monique. I think we should just pray for her. She's never too old to receive the gospel. She's never too old for God to like touch her heart and things like that. I think all of that is coming from a deep place of hurt, because we've seen Monique has had a few internet crash out throughout the years. Her and Tyler Perry going at people about the pay and things like that. So I think people just need to give Monique a little grace. And, you know, like I said, just let us just pray for her, because not only that, she was also dealing with that whole personal issue with her and her son on the internet. It's like, it's a lot. It's really a whole lot. So I understand. I tried to, when I was watching the video, I kind of saw through the screen like a person that's hurt, that's going through situations, that's going through issues, and she's just mad at everybody. She's probably mad at God too. So yeah, that's how I feel about Monique's situation. The next person I wanted to discuss is Halle Bailey. We know not long ago she was going back and forth with her baby daddy. Well, not going back and forth, but there were documents online where, you know, she took matters to court, and they were going back and forth with custody. I think she has temporary full custody right now, and he's able to see the child on visitation and all of the jazz, right? But she has moved on. She got a new man now. I saw her some videos. I don't know who the dude is, but I heard he is I guess a producer for I don't know if it's Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, one of them. I heard that that's their producer. And I'm happy for her, because listen, a lot of times people expect women, you know, when the relationship don't work out and they're single mothers, they just expect them to be miserable and just be lonely and just be all of the things, right? But I'm happy the fact that, you know, her son is not 2 yet, so she's still in that postpartum range, I guess. So like it takes a whole lot to go through what she has gone through with the whole internet situation, because mind you, she did not even want the public to know that they're no longer together, right? Her baby daddy was the one that brought it to the internet. So he was the one that broke the news to the internet that they're no longer together. I thought my sleeve was dropping. He was the one that broke it to the internet that they're no longer together. A lot of that we have seen through the years, even when they were in a relationship, he's the one that's always bringing stuff to the internet. And she has never been about the internet stuff. So even after she took him to court, she never made a statement online or nothing like that. So I know she wanted to keep her relationship or whatever private, but you know, them paparazzis, right? Them paparazzis gonna do what they do. And they got her and her man, they're on vacation. They're having fun, they're having a good time. I'm happy for her. I don't know if this is a serious relationship. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's a serious relationship, or I don't know if she's probably just having fun, because people have those phases where they just want to have fun, right? So I don't know if that's what the situation is with this, but I personally don't think it's something serious. I think maybe she's just having fun. But if it is something serious, I'm still happy for her. She was able to still bounce back from all the drama and all that. She's actually on set right now. I think she's filming a movie, and I'm just happy for her. The fact that she's able to, she's able to get up and keep going with all the backlash that she got after he came on the internet saying that he's not able to see the sun, and people dragged her through the mud and things like that. So I'm just happy for her, and I'm actually happy for him too, because he moved on as well. So I'm happy that it seems like they're both in a better place. And I hope that they just come together to work together for the sake of the child, because at the end of the day, the well-being of the child, the health of the child, the happiness of the child should be the most important thing in this whole situation, is to just prioritize their child. So I hope that's what we're gonna get from these two going forward. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Halle Bailey. I'm happy for her. I hope she's happy. I hope she's having a good time, and I hope she has a beautiful motherhood, enjoying her son, and stay away from the whole drama. So the next topic that I wanted to talk about, I did talk about her a little bit in my last video, but I wanted to talk about, it's another aspect of the interview that I saw. Rita Ora, I talked about how she's in my last video, she said that in an interview, she said she was the one that proposed to her husband, her now husband, and he is 49 and she is 33. She was the one that proposed. She was the one that got the ring made. She was the one that put the whole proposal together and things like that. And I just was like, girl, why, what? But anyways, what I wanted to talk about in this video, in that same interview, they asked her about Becky with the Good Hair, right? Becky with the Good Hair was a song in Beyonce's album Lemonade, I believe that's the album, and where people were assuming it was about Rita Ora, where allegedly she was talking about an affair that Jay-Z had with a woman who is Becky with the Good Hair, and people just assume is Rita Ora because she's, I guess, a non-black woman with blonde hair. So people just assume it was her because at the time she was signed to Jay-Z, I believe. I'm not sure if she's still signed to him. So a lot of people just assume it was about Rita Ora. So she clarified that rumor in this interview. She clarified, they asked her if that line, Becky with the Good Hair, was about her. She denied it. She said, no, it's not. She never had any intimate sexual interaction with Jay-Z.
Good hair, I mean. Becky with the...
We've got to get it right.
Becky with the good hair. Becky with the good hair.
Yeah.
It was such a mad moment in your life.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
Oh my God.
You know why? Because I have, in my mind, I've had worse things. Things have affected me worse than that.
What affected you? Well, first of all, I'm going to finish that.
Because it wasn't real.
It wasn't you.
Of course not.
But
absolutely not. I wish I had good hair. A messy situation, I guess.
I mean, it was like pitting. Firstly, you don't want anybody to think that Beyonce is dissing you in a song.
Right, but behind closed doors is literally my, fairy godmother. She was my protector. That's what's insane, because there was nothing but love. Again, being signed to Jay-Z, her husband, she being my biggest inspiration. She came to my first show. Yeah. So I was actually genuinely upset because that's my big sister protector. She took it upon herself to really look after me, and I still see her and to this day, and she's always been so nice and proud and checking in on my family and friends that I've had since childhood, remembering their names.
And she even said that Beyonce actually protected her that time when people assumed it was her and she was being dragged. Beyonce was there, protecting her. And she said that they have a good relationship. Beyonce is always checking on her friends, her family, and things like that. And I'm just like, you see how people could see something on the internet or hear something and just go ahead and just assume. And that's why, I feel so bad sometimes for celebrities, because your life is just out there. You have no control of what's out there. And even when a rumor that's not true is out there, people just gonna believe it just because it sounds entertaining. They're just going to believe it. And it sucks to be a celebrity. It really is. And yeah, that's all I have to say. And I'm glad she cleared it up. So now my last topic in this video is Cardi B. So we know Cardi B, through the years, she was married to Offset. They have children. I believe they have 3 or 4 children. And through the years in the marriage, he cheated multiple times, came in the public, and the public, I guess they brought the information to the public and things like that. So I guess Cardi B got to a point where she was tired of it. She cheated back on him while she was pregnant with this last child. And there's a lot of rumors that's saying that her boyfriend is the baby father of the last child that she just had, her recent child, because people are saying that the child kind of looked like him a little bit. But a few days ago, it's actually all over the internet now that Cardi B deleted every single photo with her new boyfriend. And people are speculating that they're no longer together. Maybe there's something going on. There's trouble in paradise. And people are just speculating it. And for a little while, she was flexing with him on the internet. I personally thought it was too soon. Y'all know how I feel about celebrities bringing their relationship on the internet. I'm not a fan of it, I like when people are just private. The one couple that I really like that does this, Ryan Destiny and Keith Powers, I love their relationship. They go to events together and all of that, but they don't post each other on the internet. They don't post their relationship, and they're still together and things like that. I love how they're doing it. Normani just got engaged not long ago. I love how she's going about her relationship as well. I just like when celebrities, you can post your man where people know that you're not single, you're with this man. But when you're posting it all the time and you're turning it into content, and I think that's where the issue is, because then your viewers, your haters are gonna come and try to make up rumors and then invest it in the relationship and find ways to break you guys up. And I'm not a fan of celebrities putting out their relationship out there. Same thing I said about the whole Nelly and Ashanti situation. I did not like how that whole TV show, I feel like they should have just kept that TV show to themselves, because now there's a whole lot of rumors out there. People are speculating things about the relationship, and people are dragging Nelly. And I'm just like, if y'all never brought this to the internet or to the public, people wouldn't know this part of the relationship, because no perfect relationship out there, right? Every relationship go through ups and downs. But now that they brought it to the internet or to the world, now people have all these opinions about their relationship. So yeah, that's all. Those are all the things I have to talk about today in this video. Let me know your comments. If you disagree with anything I say, put it down in the comments. Just don't be rude or disrespectful so you won't get blocked. But thank y'all so much. If you like these type of videos, please like, comment, and share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all in another one. Bye.